About 50% or more of our individuals with autism experience meltdowns, and these meltdowns are neurologically based. Research has shown that the areas in the brain that are responsible for regulation are underactive in individuals with autism. And so they experience a three-stage cycle. They experience rumbling, then rage, and recovery. At the rumbling stage, what you see are small behaviors that are indicative of the child being uncomfortable. And these behaviors could be things such as drumming your fingers on your desk, swinging a leg, pulling at your eyebrows. Generally, at that stage, what you'll want to do is interventions that distract and calm the individual. About 75 to 80% of the time, if you recognize that rumbling behavior and implement those strategies, the child will go back to his typical behavior. If not, he or she would move on to the rage stage. And the rage stage is that stage where you actually see that negative, overt behavior. Now, that behavior also could be withdrawal, but most often it is overt behavior. And at that stage, what you want to do overall is to protect the child, protect the environment, and protect other people in the environment so the meltdown can run its course. The third stage is the recovery stage. And this is a stage where after the child has endured the rage, which is horrible for the child, this is the stage where he slowly gets back to his typical behavior. And at this stage, you want to provide interventions that allow the individual to become more calm, which include things such as putting him back into a structure, because our individuals like structure, and to make sure that you are consistent without putting a lot of demands on the individual. The most important thing about the cycle of meltdowns is to make sure that you are teaching the individual to recognize how he is feeling and to teach those strategies to calm himself down or herself down before they get to the rage cycle. Carrie Dumbaron and Mitzi Curtis created the incredible 5-point scale, which is a scale that helps individuals to understand what a behavior looks like, what it feels like, and what they can do. They've divided the scale into 5 different levels, although the scale could be 2 levels or 3 levels depending upon what the child needs. But this is really a self-management tool where the child can become in control of the interventions that they need. So the individual will learn, oh my gosh, when I swing my leg, that means I'm at a 2, and that means I need to get up and take a walk. Then I can calm down. So it is more or less a individualized recipe, if you will, of strategies that the child could do at each level of a behavior that he is experiencing. The incredible 5-point scale can be easily learned by children across the spectrum. It is extremely concrete. The child is in control of the intervention, and it translates across environments. I've worked with individuals from ages 2 to over 40 who have used an incredible 5-point scale.